Hey guys, Amy and Vince here. This is episode 6 on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Vince.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So exciting. Today is Father's Day, and how appropriate. We got some feedback, and people have been asking for a parenting video. So what we thought would be awesome is, instead of trying to jam it all into one video, we are going to do a 3-part series starting today.
Cool.
Episode 6 will feature our littles, the little bits part of parenting.
Yeah, but I think what we need to do is we need to start out with is that this is episode 6, and is the first time we didn't have a major argument before this. Everything went smooth, and we got the lights set up, we got the everything set up, it's in the right spot, everything went smooth. So we're getting better. If you guys could have seen the before episodes of 1 through 5, you would have said, how do those people even get along? So no. It's
Vince, this one.
It was. There were some tough times. A couple times we almost didn't do it. Let's just be honest with them.
Yeah.
I mean, in regards to where we're going to shoot and how we're going to shoot it. But hey, we're not perfect. We don't expect you guys to be perfect. And let's talk about kids. Let's go.
So I think the first thing that goes on to the first part of parenting is that we're not perfect by any means. We don't have the answers. What we're trying to do is share with you what we went through, what value we got out of different things that we did, and that kind of stuff. I think it's important to say that we're no experts at all, but we do have some experience because we have 3 kids.
Yep.
And we would love to share with you our thoughts on parenting.
Yeah.
So we'll start out and talk to Vince about, what did you feel when you first found out that you were going to be a dad? Like, what was your feeling?
So, I think the first thing is that, and parents know this out there, you only know if you're a parent, is that you get all this, you get married, and everybody gets a puppy first, or an animal, right? That's how you kind of break into being a parent, right?
Yeah.
And then that's your baby. It's on the Christmas cards. It's Amy, Vince, and Fluffy. Want to wish you a happy, So then, exit stage right when you do have kids. All the animals go off the cards, and nobody cares about them anymore, including yourself. But no, so that first child is, everybody always says, oh my gosh, you won't believe it, you won't, it's unbelievable, and it truly is unbelievable, and you can't explain it to somebody. And then it's funny when I go, I've got a lot of people, that I work with that are going through the beginning stages of kids, and I bring that up to them. I'm like, how everybody tells you it's unbelievable? You really know it once that baby comes out and your life changes. So
it's true. I remember when Gianna, our oldest, was born, and we were in the hospital getting ready to go home, and our whole entire family came to the hospital. It was amazing. It was the best experience. So great. She had no idea at that point how loved she was. It was just so magical, amazing. Forget all the going through the labor and all that business. It was awesome. We both cried like babies when she was born. I mean, and we knew we were having a girl. Vince, stoic, big man, you were sobbing because it is just so amazing. You can't even believe that you can love somebody that much, even though we knew we loved each other. Like, it's a whole different kind of ball game. So I remember, getting back to what I was saying, is I remember you saying, I literally want to go home and have a parade for this kid. Like, I want to parade this kid to our house. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was so awesome. And we had been through a little bit of struggles through my pregnancy early on. They had thought that she was maybe not fully developed in a couple areas, and so we went through a little bit of...
no, it's honest. It was a kidney. We thought we had a kid that was going to have one kidney.
Yeah. And they sent us to a couple specialists and special testing, and it turned out this kid was born healthy, happy, 2 kidneys. It was just a little delayed.
Yeah, one was hiding.
Yep. And we were super, super fortunate. And then 2 more followed. Rocco followed 2 years later, sorry.
Yep.
And Avelina followed 3 years after that.
Yeah.
So I guess one of the things that I want to touch on, when the kids are little and when they're first born and you're navigating things for the first time, you're not going to get it right.
No.
At all. And it's okay. It's okay to stumble a little bit. It's okay to ask for help, which I struggled with a little bit. And we have a ton of family around. You don't want somebody telling you what to do. I know what to do. Well, not really.
Right.
You don't. By the third kid, you got it kind of figured out. And even at that point, they're all so different. So I would offer the advice of, it's okay not to know, and it's okay to ask for help. Rely on other people, rely on the network of your family, and rely on the network of other mothers that are seeing
you were good
things.
at that. You were good at that. You were good at play groups and going to different play groups and getting the kids intertwined in different things. That was positive. And it's as you bring a baby home, everybody's got those family members that want to tell you how to do it, right? We all have them. You know what I mean? And that gets old real quick. But they do have some good ideas, and they're and at the end of the day, they're just trying to help, and it's out of love, right? I mean, that's what they're leading with, and it's cool, I sit here now with a 20-year-old, 18-year-old, and a 15-year-old. You're just like, holy cow, that seems like 400 years ago.
But it also feels like it was just yesterday too. Like, it's no joke when they tell you that it goes by fast.
Oh.
I feel like we just blinked and now we're here, and how dare us have the audacity to talk about this now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To talk about parenting.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, we've been through the gamut now. We have older kids now, and we've seen and done different things. And I think one of the things that we'll touch on later is just the difference between what worked for one kid sometimes doesn't work for them. The next kid.
That's a good point.
I had, Rocco. That kid just wanted to eat, sleep. If he had food close to him and something to keep him busy, that kid would go anywhere, do anything.
Yeah.
Gianna, being our first kid, we did a lot of walking with her, did a lot of, different things, running the vacuum, music, car rides. She was a little different. And I think by the third one, she just went with the flow.
Oh, she had to.
She was listen, I got a kid in school. We were going to sports already. We were taking these kids on trips. And so that's probably another area. You talk about that for a minute. Like, we didn't really hold back.
No, I think that was the discussion we had, right? Because we said, hey, listen, if we're going to get into this kid game, which we wanted to, and the good Lord willing, you're not just because you want to doesn't mean that you get that opportunity. We did, we said we're going. All three of our kids, I think, were in Mexico before they were one. Was that not?
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think we touched on that in an earlier video. But I think I tend to be the more conservative parent.
That's fine.
I worry
Good balance.
Yep, I worry more than you do. I think you just grab the bull by the horns and say, nope, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it, and that's just the way. I mean, it went. Yeah. So you just said, listen. There was some stipulations when we went with the kids. I said, listen, there's got to be a doctor close to us. It's got to be
American speaking. I mean,
American
we
speaking.
We did our.
We had to pack everything, and we looked like crazy people packing for them. But
we packed the whole suitcase of stuff to cook with. You remember?
Yeah.
So we could warm bottles up and do but it's all right. It's
all good.
Yeah,
they survived, and it was fine, and we made it. We made it through to the next stage. But I guess the importance of early years is be around family. Be around others that are in the situation that you're in. Talk to people. The play groups that I was in, connecting with these other mothers, because I learned a ton from them, especially ones that maybe it wasn't their first kid.
Sure.
Play groups that you can go to, interacting with other kids, even at a young age. Our kids all went through the biting, the pulling of the hair, the screaming, the crying, like all of that. I remember walking into one play group, and one of the moms said, we got a biter on our hands, so just letting everybody know. And we all kind of laughed about it, but it's legit, right? They're teething, and they're running around biting on everything that they can bite on. And our oldest was a little more aggressive than the other two. That's kind of an understatement. So it's just living and learning and relying on other people, asking for help when you need it.
Yeah, and I said it earlier, it's balance. Realize that, you're going to raise this kid. You're going to get the most of the time of it, in most of the time is going to be with you, right? But let the kid be raised and let the grandparents participate. Let the aunts and uncles participate. That's good. And also for your relationship. That's as a husband and wife, right? I mean, you need those times where you need
Yes.
to go out. I mean, we had a lot of friends like, oh, we had a kid, you know, we're locking down for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
What? I mean,
Right.
that isn't the gig. I mean, you know, listen, everybody's choice is their choice. I'm not trying to, you know, downplay anybody's decision, because I'm sure at the end, which we'll talk about more, these kids turn out fine. Right?
Yeah,
at
they
the
do.
end, it's funny how, you know, specific you are. You know, we're not going to do this. We're going to wash their hands every time. They're only going to eat these certain foods and things of that nature. And at the end of the day, everybody's kids turn out, you know, the way they're going to turn out.
Well,
right?
that was the famous line you'd always say to me. Oh, no, nobody can babysit our kids except family. You need a urine test, a blood test. You need an FBI background test. And I'm like, Vince, these kids are precious cargo. Like, I'm not just leaving them with anybody. So do your due diligence. If you don't have family around, I mean, we've been fortunate enough to have a lot of great neighbors and a lot of great neighbors with kids.
And family friends.
And
I mean,
family
if you think
friends.
about it,
Goodness.
The two young ladies that helped raise our kids have kids of their own today, and we're still in contact with both of them.
Yes. And one that's married that hopefully, you know, she'll have kids of her own one day, because she'll be a fantastic mother if she chooses to do that. But we've been really, really lucky that way. Yeah. So span out a little bit. Don't be afraid. Start in baby steps if you are. Lean on each other. Yeah. Ask for help. And be there for one another. Yeah. You got to force the times to be together, because that is a blur sometimes. Sometimes those years for me are like, what happened? Yeah. Like, all of a sudden the kids were in school. Yeah. But anyway, so that's it for the littles. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Part 2 of the parenting series in our next episode. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Love you guys.
Fathers.